Here we are now. Entertain us.
Damn it.
Look at us. Look at us in our new... Don't worry, we're not changing for good. We hate change. Oh. I was just wrong on the key. I was wrong on the keys. I didn't know what was happening. I will tune though.
You boys and girls.
Good morning.
What are you doing at home? Watching us.
Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got. We got Surrender.
Got Fred Rogers.
Listen.
Dude, we got Alex Holden.
Listen. Right away.
Yep. You gonna talk about the
We've
toe
got
man?
a problem. We've got a problem amongst one of our own. He's fallen into addiction. He's become the Jobo of the camel toe. I won't tell you how many Surrender has bought. Let's just say he's like a certain guy we know in tweet amplifiers.
It's we'll say his fair share. I think is the best way to go.
This is okay. That's an awesome pedal because it's a green rhino and a llama, right?
Yeah.
And at first I thought the setup was stupid.
Yeah.
Because one side activates it, and then this toggles back and forth between them. And then this thing, when you go down, makes it, now when you hit the on, they're both just on.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Which I thought was kind of a dumb setup, but I kind of get it because it changes everything because it goes from series to parallel.
Yeah.
It's actually a really neat setup. And then the other way, they're more normal, but the normal Red Llama has no tone control, and this has a high cut, and that's kind of awesome. So anyways.
Very nice. Camel toe, and they don't make those anymore, right?
They don't make it anymore. When he originally made them, you know, like when he was originally making it before Dunlop,
yeah,
he only made like 50, I think. And then Dunlop did them for a minute, but like they're very like a limited reissue. So they're pretty, I think they're pretty scarce.
Shit, that's cool.
And?
That's cool. And now Surrender owns half of the production line.
He owns them all.
That's right. You boys and girls are also watching iCarly, if you didn't know.
I'm gonna go grab drinks for folks. You sure you don't want
God bless you, JP.
Thank you.
Mary McChee says, am I going to see my lawyer after this? I mean, I could, actually. I may have a lawyer issue. I'll tell Sean later. I don't feel like I can talk about it on camera. But, no, this is just my hair being wet because, you know, I showered this morning. I didn't mean to wash my hair. You ever do that? Yeah. Where you don't mean to wash your hair and you get in and you go on autopilot and you're like, oh, fuck.
All wet.
And then you get your head all wet and then you're like, fuck, I gotta wash it out.
That's
what happened to me.
Happens all the time. I finally got my soap back that does my hair good, though. So.
Oh, that's good stuff. I want to try that Modern Mammal stuff. It's like not real shampoo. Because shampoo does make your hair all weird.
I use this weird one you would probably like.
Oh, I gotta try that.
I have to look. I can't remember what it is.
This is the box of chicken.
Welcome to the chicken.
From Lucky Dog Guitars also. And then also I got another fun one from Surrender actually that I need to try. That EQ Deluxe from Origin Effects. Yeah. It does the pull tech thing. I just hadn't had a chance to try it yet. But this is also awesome from Lucky Dog Guitars. I will say, Surrender, it was fine, but the GC employees' packing skills on that left a little to be desired.
Pretty poor on there.
Pretty bad.
What I will say is it still showed up in one piece, which is good, but there's only by sheer luck, I think.
It's funny because all these comments are being hid. Hey, let's see. Now and then Zen says, I've got a huge camel toe and the box. That's pretty awesome, actually. Pretty awesome. I like it. Like a reissue though, what I'm assuming, right? Like not one of the original ones. The original ones are, you know, I would imagine they're up there. I'm sure the camel toes are, but even the original like Green Rhinos and Red Llamas are up there pretty good. Andrew Kraft, what's up?
I know. Well, Jaguar, yes please, says, good morning from Brooklyn, New York. Happy to see my favorite duo.
Well, good. We're happy to see you.
It's good to be seen.
We're happy to see you. You're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got Dylan. What's up, dude? Are these pedals going on the giveaway board? No. No, they are not.
But we are announcing more of the
We
pedals.
actually were just talking about that because we're there. We're getting there. Homegrown Son said, how big a board do you have to have pedal these big? I feel like when you have giant, I actually like big pedals because it spaces everything out and you get the tiny pedals and you start cramming them all in.
Yeah, like boop, boop, and then you double hidden switches.
I think it's all about just curating the handful of pedals.
Yeah.
And I mean, this, honestly, you think about this, right? This is taking this 2 overdrives.
2 in 1.
Which I'm a big fan of dual overdrives. I keep thinking to myself, man, you gotta break up your little way huge pedal board.
Yeah, but you can't break the gang up, man.
But it's so, I just
You
love
can't break the Brady Bunch
it.
up.
It sounds so good. It's so usable.
Little family, you know?
I even took it out to my little semi-acoustic gigs. It's like you came to the wine cellar for a minute. That's what I was playing through, the giant way huge board.
Something good. To me, I mean, if you're a pedal designer out there, my guess would be that you test your pedals with other pedals that you make. Like it's like a little ecosystem.
I've
right?
always been that way. Where like I get into something, like I had all the Petty John stuff. I had a bunch of way huge stuff. I don't know. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of Wampler stuff at one point. I don't know. Something about it. Something about seeing it all nice and tidy on there, like it's a demo board for some company.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they
I just
usually, like your patch points are in the same spot, so everything chains together really nice and pretty. Whenever you start mixing them up is whenever it gets crazy. You know?
I feel like even better than that. I feel like for overdrives, the gain staging gets really good because usually they make stuff that like where this pedal ends off, this one takes over, and I feel like they blend well.
Yeah.
I feel like the Greer stuff, like the light speed, like if you do the light speed in the Southland, is like that. I feel like I mean, there's just a lot of good. The brown stuff, like if you get like the Protein and then like the Gritador, then you got a Blues Breaker, a Tube Screamer, and a Nobles. It's like kind of all. What else do you really need? I did do a dumb thing, and I messaged this to Sean last night or whenever. And when I got my Angry Troll, and it was pretty awesome, by the way. But when I was looking at it, plugging it in, I forgot apparently when I switched out a bunch of pedals I had on my board to the way huge pedals, that 2 of the jacks on my one spot thing, my CS12, are 18 volts, and I got them backwards. So I had been running the stupid Javelina fuzz at 18 volts, which everything I found said it actually would sound good and fine until the stuff melted on the inside. So luckily I didn't do that, and it's fine now. But almost a bad moment there.
Power will get you. It'll sneak up on you. You'll be over there. It'll just happen.
I wish power supplies, instead of having like dedicated 18 volts, they should all have a switch.
They should all have a switch.
They should all have a switch, because sometimes you don't want to run any 18 volts. But luckily I have Fotape Echo will run 18 volts, and my compressor will run 18 volts. So, I don't know. Fettuccine says you need at least one or more fuzz at all times. Or maybe you need at least one more fuzz at all times. I find that I am a fan. I enjoy fuzz.
Yeah.
But I don't use it live as much. But I like studio stuff. We were using a ton of fuzz. I like playing around with it at home.
Fuzz is the trickiest thing to guess how it's going to go into a band mix. Because, like, usually...
And you got to be way louder than you think you should be.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it disappears, right?
I feel like you almost always have to have a boost after it. Like, unless you're somebody who sets up and your rig is fuzz pedal, amp kind of thing.
And your amp's already kind of dirty. You know what I mean?
And you got your amp volume set loud.
Both the fuzzes, because the 2 fuzzes I really ever use right now, I've got the Swollen Pickle, I've got the Javelina. They both sound better into either the amp being dirty or an overdrive pedal a little dirty after them. You know what I mean? It makes them sound more like... If you can be loud, you can do the volume up on the Javelina, and it like makes the overdrive they just run into, which is kind of a cool design. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like, and then you hear some dudes that have just like conquered it, like Zach. He's a fuzz demon.
I know, but he's really like stuck to the same, like
It's that same kind of tone.
fuzzy, bit crushy zone. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's true.
Which I'm like, and it's not really bit crushy, I shouldn't say, but it's like the octave thing.
Yeah.
But I forgot what pedal he uses for it. He's got some specific. It's very dialed into that.
He's got that one octave thing. He's still using that same one,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like that weird. It's the same people who make that. It's Interstellar Audio.
Yeah, that is what it is.
It's like the Sasquatch fuzz or something dumb.
Yeah.
You know, but no, it's good. It's cool. We do, in case you've noticed, we've got like, I don't know if you really can't see them, but there's like, the reason we're sitting right here without the tables, there's like 20 car amps behind us right now. And actually, we're both plugged into car amps. I'm playing through a Telstar. Sean's got a Skylark Special.
If I had gotten more sleep last night, I was gonna come in a used car salesman suit and be like, "We're on the car lot today," you know.
That'd been really funny, actually. That
Would have been good.
was a little dark for me. Yep, the car. If you don't know anything about the car amps, they're actually really good. But half the fun of them, man, is they got this. They got great attenuators built in. So that's like really we're
Yeah.
in the room. To us, it sounds good. Hopefully, it picks up good enough on camera.
It
But
should be there.
We'll see.
With their little lav mics.
Dope. I've got a sun face from Analog Man being built right now. That's gonna be awesome. We actually just had. Does David have that one?
Little David's
We,
got that
we
one.
got one come through. We had one come through the shop. David took it. He said it's mine. Yep, car amps are made in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. They're pretty awesome, folks. They're expensive, but I think for what they are,
I think they're pretty cool.
they're you know.
Tom Beatty, cars are expensive. Man, that's in your backyard. You're supposed to be supporting that man. There's like 8 guys working in that shop. and
He is the
they
one
build
who
these
said,
beautiful
hey,
amps.
they're in Pittsburgh. They do build pretty beautiful amps.
Come on, man.
You know.
Come on, Tom. Get you a little Raleigh, man.
Let's see. What's the Mighty Woodrow saying? I see the mayor's responding.
I know the Mighty Woodrow has some new music on the way.
Oh!
In the works. A little East of Eden, which we might have gotten a snippet of a while back. I think me and Johnny both. We were both talking on it at one point. It's pretty cool.
It is very cool, actually. It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited for the man.
Okay, let
The
me
Hoss.
show all these pedals.
I want one. I just can't make the commitment. Come on, man. You got married, didn't you? Because I'll take this.
I mean,
good.
it's a good point. It's a good point.
Being from Toledo, I do feel like I should own a Reverend. It's a good point. I think you should own a Reverend.
whatever.
My Reverend's over there.
Sean's got a Reverend. He likes it. He enjoys it.
Man. They're good.
He loves it. It's the only downside of these chairs.
I know. You can't really. You gotta.
Because I feel like I'm like this at home all the time. Or like in my little chairs where I'm like, trying to get comfortable, boys.
Do we?
There we go. Now we're talking.
I know. It's like definitely a balancing game.
It's
to
a
be
balancing
had here
game. I'm
compared
too
to
old for
everyone else.
change. I feel like I did a Sean's probably, I feel like Sean hasn't slept either, but like Sunday, okay.
Oh yeah, no, you had a.
So my child has started his own musical career. He's like taking all these gigs as a little drummer. He had an article in the newspaper.
Yes, 2 of them, I think.
Well, 2, but the pilot one came out today. They were all interviewed. It was really funny because I sat in there with them and they're just all like, I mean, they're 12, so they're like, you know.
What's
it was
your
really funny.
biggest inspiration?
Like,
I
nah.
don't know.
They did good. They did great. And the article was great. But anyways, they played Friday during the day at the opening of this golf shop called Malvin or something like that. Apparently it's a big deal. I didn't know anything about it. It's not really my scene. But I went with them and ran their sound. That was like an all-day thing, right? Like all day. And then I had a gig literally across the street that night in Pinehurst at Drum and Quill. So I just stayed. I just hung out. Went to my gig, right? Made for a long day. The same thing the next day, right? They had Farmer's Day in Robbins, North Carolina, which is a cool little thing if you're ever around here and you want a hometown local experience. There's like dancing horses. It's neat. And they played. It's a nice little stage out there.
Oh yeah.
But, dude, they had to be there like 10:30. Didn't get done playing until 4 because of all the awards and all kind of stuff. And I played an hour with him, and it was great. But again, I had a gig that night, so I didn't go home because it didn't make sense for me to drive all the way home
Right
afterwards.
over to the gig.
So I'm just like hanging out. I came and bummed around here and then played at the wine cellar. And then Sunday, I go up to the Bowery in Myrtle Beach and play, and that is a grueling 5-hour gig. You're not supposed to take breaks, but the guy I was playing with is not the normal dude, so he did take breaks, which is awesome. And it was fun, but then I got home at like 4.
Big dude.
And then, so then that whole weekend, I just felt like I just never like sat down at my house. And then, dude, I feel like I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I still got like the
my mental fog. I'm just like, but there was a time in my life where I would just do that and be like, nothing to it, done, but not. It's caught me. Maybe I need more minerals or something. I don't know. My vitamins and minerals are low, but it was fun. But if you want to, Drum and Quill is an okay spot, Mayor.
all right.
It's an okay spot. I don't want to oversell it. I feel like it's better. I honestly don't typically play there, but the other spot in Pinehurst is dead to me. I've broken up with them.
Yep.
I've canceled my gigs. They've done me wrong.
That's fair though. I mean, it happened like three times over. Too.
Well,
we're
it
not
was just
talking about
the-
a mistake. We're talking
The
about
fact that I found that dude was playing that night.
I'd be pissed.
I
I'd be
was
like,
pissed.
Fuck you.
I was still pissed.
I said if I ever come back in there, I'm gonna burn the place down, dude. I'm gonna tear it up. I'm gonna break it down.
It's just a bad way to do business.
That awful.
It's a bad way to do business. But anyways, but the Drum and Quill is nice. Drum
Well,
and Quill's nice.
let me ask you this: how many times? And I already know the answer. We've talked about it multiple times. How many times have you said somebody came up and offered you an awesome opportunity, festival slot, playing with a great artist, doing something like this, but you already agreed to something with somebody else, and you, being a good person, you say, I already made plans. You don't jump.
You can't take the better gig all the time.
You can't.
For like a few dollars. That's no way. You know what I mean? Like
no
that's
way
a
to be.
bad.
Yep.
It's bad. It's just bad. It's just not good. You know what I mean?
You agreed, you know. I've been in that situation where one absolutely was 10 times better than the other thing I was going to be doing, but I told a man I'd be there, so I got to be there. I can't back out on him now, you know.
There are and you know in the scenario, right? Like if it is feasible for you to call the other person.
And
The other party.
yeah.
There are. I'm not saying there's never a scenario, right?
Absolutely.
And it also depends. Is it like next week or are we 5 months away?
Totally.
5 months
Totally.
away. Yeah. Hey man, I got it done. Eddie was in a weird 89 volt was in a thing the other day here. They were supposed to play the Black Keys tour. Had to push back a show for weather. He got pushed back. He had to cancel his show he was doing in between opening acts for them. Like, you know what? Like, there's not much you can do about that. I get that kind of stuff. Like, that's a good example.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
but no, I just constantly like jump into a slightly better gig. Nah, you can't do it.
What I was going to say, I think that is, there's contractual obligations to stuff like that where it's like, clearly, I have to, you know, it's an allegiance kind of sort of loyalty thing. Where you're like, yeah, no, this clearly is what I'm loyal to at the time.
I told you I don't know if I've ever told the story on the live stream, but I've told you my Sony.
Yeah.
Like when I was first getting like started in Nashville, I started playing with this guy named Court Carpenter, who was a really good sort of up and coming like very mainstream country artist. Band was awesome though. I loved all the guys in it, and just really funny people, good musicians, and I had just started playing with them, right, and like kind of falling into it, and it was a good gig to fall into. But then I get through actually the guitar player in that band. He'd gotten a call to play this gig for a girl named Angie Johnson, who had been on The Voice, and this was back towards the beginning of The Voice when it was like, you know, not that it's not a big deal now, but it was like it was a new thing, right? So this girl Angie Johnson had done well on The Voice. I think she might have even finished top 2. But anyways, she was signed with Sony, and they're going on this run to open for Brett Eldridge, who had a big hit, like a #1 on the radio at the time in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
I get this call because like no one else could do it because I'm like no one in Nashville at all. Like I hadn't been there at all. I get this call And it's like one of those short notice things, you know what I mean? You get called. This was a rare thing, but there was a rehearsal to go over like endings of songs and transitions, and that was it, like at SIR. So we did that. I go to Virginia with them, crush this show, man. It's big show. Like I said, it's open for Red Eldridge. Get a little check from Sony. I'm like, damn, this is awesome. Well,
it's happening.
The next week, I was supposed to go to a 9-day run with Court Carpenter and these guys who I've just started playing with.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I had a full gig with them. I was filling in for a guy with them, right? I'm just figuring all this stuff out. And I get a call. We get back to Nashville on Sunday night with the Angie Johnson girl.
Yeah.
I get a call Monday morning. Hey, we loved you. Like, welcome to the family. Can you go? And her band leader's name was Phoenix Mendoza, awesome acoustic guitar player.
Yeah.
She was from, I guess, near St. Louis, and they wanted her to go sing the national anthem at a Rams game, and then do this sort of like acoustic, like stripped down set for the football team. They called me Monday morning and asked me to go, me, her, and the Phoenix guy. I was like, oh. And I was like, I'm leaving on a tour with these guys this week, and I was like, if I don't go, it'll really leave them in a bad spot. And I told the lady, I was like, I'm so sorry, I'd really like to do it, but I just can't. I can't,
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, wow, that's great. No, I absolutely understand. No, you'll be hearing from us, and I never heard from them.
I mean, yeah.
But no, to be fair, I played with Court for a long. I ended up
Yeah.
being in that band and played for them for a long time, and it paid my bills for a long time. But like he didn't really go, it didn't really go there. She didn't either, but
it might have been more.
I could have been in with
connections.
Sony. Like those guys, the people playing with her, like played for a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
Within that record label, and I was like, dang.
When you know how it is though, and I think with the majority of situations like that, let's say you did go the other route, maybe you go out there and the weirdest scenario happens. It's a nothing. They, for whatever reason, something goes south, or one of those guys is a complete prick, and he blows it somehow, and he blows it for all of y'all. You never know.
You also think that like, oh, you're working for a major label, like playing music, and you've made it. No, those gues are grinding it out too. So I don't know that it makes any real difference, but
yeah, Well, and it sounds to me too, from anybody who's had any of our friends who have had major label experiences, it seems like they are very cutthroat. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. They keep you on a very tight rope of what that is, and that ain't no way to live, man. That shit sucks.
It ain't no way. The mayor says the man's word is everything. I kind of agree with that. Do you know what I mean? I kind of agree with that. You got to do there. I've thought about that a lot. If I should have made the opposite choice, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Somebody said, speaking of Eddie, can't wait to hear his record. Maybe where did it go? My computer is just far enough away that my old eyes can't see it. No, dude, when you guys hear, oh, dang. The Mighty Woodrow says he lives minutes away from the festival. I didn't realize that, dude. I should have hit you up. No, Eddie's new record, the single is out, and I think they've teased another one. But the record as a whole, I think you guys will really like it. Really like it. Speaking of records, I've had lots of good streams on my little 3-song, whatever you call it, single EP.
Home? You talking about home, man?
So thank you. I'm sure some of you guys are the ones listening, so I appreciate it. Todd says, hate to break up this conversation, guys, but you are doing a live stream. That's true. Down. Lord of the Nerd says, I listened to some of the 89 guy. He is solid. It's like Southern Rock meets the 70s, early 80s funk. That actually is very true. He's definitely got that going. Ooh, waiting on UPS guy to bring me a set of bare knuckle poly PAFs today. Dude, the bare knuckle stuff is pretty awesome.
Bare knuckles, dude.
I mean, I'm sure obviously if you ordered it, you probably heard that stuff. But it is very good. It's very good. It's very good. Have everyone listened to, I know we were joking about Surrender being the Joe Bonamassa of Camel Toes, but have we seen the new Bonamassa video with the old No Cover Charge podcast, fellas?
He also did a little thing with the limo, dude.
The limo.
The limo. Michael Limo.
Michael Limo.
Michael Limo, dude.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Whoop, uh-oh. There we go. Oh, okay.
Etchner says guitars are very important for survival. The dinosaurs didn't have them, and look what happened.
Look what
Hey,
happened.
that's a great point. Buy guitars.
By guitars.
That's what we're all saying. Are we sure? Are we sure that no cover charge video wasn't actually AI? Listen, that's hilarious. And also, are we going to have to discuss that about everything now? Probably are.
I think we're slowly going to be there's going to be AI investigations into everything now. We're not going to be.
It's sort of
no
like if
more,
you thought everyone was a spy or like an alien, fake human, like a body snatchers kind of situation. You'd be like, oh my God, are they real?
Now, did you see the Motley Crue AI? Did I send that to you?
No.
Oh God.
I do want to know where everyone comes down on the Dario thing.
Oh yeah.
I want like
you in the chat. Like,
do it now. Let me.
Yeah.
I need to know. I need to know.
Yeah. How did it? I guess you say, yay or nay, and nay being I don't care, who cares, and yay being fuck Dario. There you go.
Wait a minute. Which side again?
So yay is yes we do care, nay is no we don't care.
Okay. Got it.
Boom.
Got it. I actually am with Todd Roy that AI has zero place. Like, someone came up to me at a gig the other day. I'll leave the name redacted. And was like, and she's a songwriter, and she's like, I know we don't like AI, but I've been putting my songs into Suno, and like I've been getting more streams than ever. Cause I mean, who knows? I don't know who's listening, but I'm just like, how?
Baby,
what are you talking about? It's not you.
That's what those are.
Like, it's not. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
You girl.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the old AI. Old Stank Note says, "What's the Dario thing?" Well, so basically, they had some new strings out. They made an advertisement. Everybody said it was AI. They said no, it wasn't AI. I think people got like triple mad that they kind of doubled down because people assumed they were lying. Now there's been this whole convoluted thing that the dude who recorded it used all these weird things that basically turned it into AI. I don't really know. I kind of hate that. We're mad at Dario though, because I don't know. I really don't feel like they're trying to be evil. and I like their strings, and I like them as a company. But yeah, hopefully they see that as just a mess up and they keep going. That's what a lot of people seem to say. Dario literally invented guitar strings as we know them. There you go. Ask Red Shoal. I didn't watch the Red Shoal video. Did you watch it, Sean? No.
I've seen clips of it. I know that he's like, it's basically like, I can't find the damn thing now. I don't know where I sent it. That's crazy. Motley Crue's opening up their show with this big AI video though, and it looks like dog shit.
Them too?
It's terrible. Yeah, no, it's bad.
You should see what I've been working on.
I mean, it's awful. It's like,
And the thing about that, dude, is like, it's just such a low effort.
well, that's my thing, and it's like, it's frustrating because it's low effort, and then I think a lot of people who you see that are like, no, this is brilliant, it's genius. I'm like, man, this is the downfall of society. This is you trusting so much in a computer to make decisions for you, to tell you things, to be a creative assistant. I don't know. Like, to some degree, it's like, it's fine, and it's like funny, and you can have your own little niche of whatever the hell you want to dump into the machine, but I think it is it's like ugh. Like, I don't know. It makes me feel gross. Like, I'm like, I don't know what what you're getting,
I think we can all agree with Eric. He says the string demo music is horrible.
Oh yeah, no, that shit is ass.
And I really feel kind of bad for the dude who apparently did it.
I do
It's
too.
like, that dude must be like,
Well, and we talked
imagine
about
the
that the other
feeling in
day.
his stomach, bro.
I'm like,
oh God.
They sent the session to Red Shoal. I know that much, and he's going through it and stuff, right? But Red Shoal says in his clip that's posted to Instagram, it's like, what did he say? It was like he was like, it really seems like, somebody had no idea what they were doing when they did. It was like, just kind of like digging. And I was like, damn, man. I was like, you know how much this sucks? I was like, where's this guy who made this song? I was like, because he's probably in a closet ready to blow his brains out.
We've all been in scenarios where, and especially is like, if you're trying to make music and be an artist, where you just want to do stuff. And then it's like you get thrown into, oh crap, I gotta have this. I gotta have, like, this guy's probably like, man, I design strings and I kind of play guitar and I want to have this cool thing. I want to make this thing. And then you get in and you realize it's way over your head and everybody, suddenly it becomes a drama on the internet. God, dude.
Well, and then he has it mastered in Suno, and apparently through the Suno mastering thing, it like took it and added in stuff. So it fucked it up. It fucked him there. And listen, granted, it's like you should know what you're doing if you're going to do things like this, and you should try. I think this guy probably did try, and he was just trying his best efforts. And, there's a reason why there are people who, there's guys who do, there's guys that support the guys who do, and then there are guys who want to do, and it's
and there's gotta be, the thing that I sort of hate about everyone knowing everything about everyone, because it's all happening in real time on the internet, is that we've taken out the learning curve for trying things.
Oh yeah. No.
Do you know what I mean? Like your learning curve now, you get like crucified, you get eaten alive for like a misstep. And some things are worth. Some things are absolutely. Some things people should be held accountable for. Because I'm super big on you got to hold people accountable for things.
Yes.
But
you remember the guitar guy that sent the guitar to Philip McKnight? And it was a small company, and he there was the misunderstanding. He sent a letter from his lawyer, and they were like trying to be on top of it because they didn't know what was going on. And that guy, all these people were like, "You should fucking end it, dude. You suck."
Dude, you can watch it with I have to be a little bit careful, but you can watch it with like artists, like guys going out trying to figure out like booking live music.
Oh, yeah.
And rules of things that are sort of unsaid, but like for venues and stuff. I've watched it firsthand where it's younger dudes that maybe you're playing for who have maybe less experience with that part of it.
Yes.
And great musicians, right? Great song, but I just don't like when I feel like it is legit. Now, Daddario has been around a long time. But everything's changing, you know what I mean? Now it's got to be this and that. But I don't know. Mini Guitar Society said, I used AI, it wasn't me, I quit using AI. I think that is super cool, you know what I mean? Okay, I got the shirt, by the way, or the design. Yes. Very, very awesome. I just saw it yesterday. It took me a minute to find it.
What I don't like is this is turning into the same kind of witch hunts and stuff to somebody did this. And I saw somebody brought up the old EBC, Ed Bud Cole. They said his latest rant about AI. Let's just say this first and foremost. It was not his latest rant. It was from an article. You remember way back when the Fender debacle was happening with the lawsuits, and a week or 2 weeks later, Fender said something to, I think it was Guitar World or somebody like that, some publication. He had done an interview to explain what was going on with the lawsuits and stuff. And in that, they talked about AI in music. That was all the way back in May. Well, for whatever reason, and I'll tell you why, nothing was going on. This Diodario thing hadn't happened. Guitar, and I think it was just guitar.com, published this article that said, CEO of Fender goes on, outrageous AI rant about all these things. And it was taken out of context. And I'm not defending anybody here. Have your own opinion. Who cares? But my point is, the only reason that shit was a thing is because there was nothing else happening.
JP, this is why you are the greatest, and we love you the most.
It's who's everybody's favorite pinata right now. JP, let's go beat on it,
Yeah. Well, and listen, I will admittedly say that I have not at all watched that AI part because I'm just tired and fatigued of the whole Fender thing. I'm just I don't even want to see it. I'm I don't want to see Fender. Yeah. Give me a nice Gibson.
But
I could imagine they've bought Presonus. They're doing this stuff with the Fender amps in there that is I bet it's something like in that vein, which is not great either. But it's
No.
just like
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
It's not. And I'll be honest with you, the AI in general, I'm not a fan of at all. But also, I don't believe in running around and screaming at people because they use it. I think the best way is to support people who don't use it and put their best foot forward and are like, they believe in their art or believe in other artists
If
and
you're
try.
making a funny thing and putting on Facebook,
Whatever, who cares? Like, whenever I see shit like that and people get outraged, I'm like,
whatever. But now when everything is that,
Your
okay.
whole-
And then somebody said,
yes.
I think it was me in Guitar Side, he said like live music is supposed to be a performance and AI is a product. And I think that's a good breakdown, right? And someone said auto-tune. I'm not a super fan of that either, like live. I'm not a super fan of it, honestly.
in general.
The reason that I don't like it is not even because I think if you watch, I don't know if you guys watch that Wings of Pegasus channel. He's this like the kind of neat British guy. He's kind of quirky, but I like him.
Yeah.
And he's got this thing where it puts it up on the grid. He can see different vocal performances, and it's like impossible for them to be exactly the same over like this was in 2026 and this was in February 2025. You know what I mean? And when they are exactly the same, he breaks down either it is auto-tune or it's the same vocal track they're lip syncing to it, or like whether it's tracks. So he has all this stuff. He's kind of falling into doing this, right? But then he'll show like live performances with no autotune, and you get all this cool character, and, and the autotune just kills all that.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Well,
I mean.
And here's where I fall on the auto-tune train. What's funny to me is people riot when they hear it, right?
Right.
But here's what really bothers me. You know as well as I do, how often is it that you're not hearing the auto-tune, and that's when it's actually doing the job that it was intended for? I view it like, if you're thinking of it like the vocal effect, where it is like this pitchy
See, I don't even care about that because that is like an effect.
It's
Now, I don't love the
obvious.
effect.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's an effect, you know?
But to me, I'm like, okay, I see that like I do phaser, flanger, anything that is like, that to me makes sense. It's this,
Or it's like singing into the megaphone or some dumb thing, you know?
Exactly.
Jack White's got his little microphone, his guitar, you know, they're used to. But,
whenever you revert that to, okay, this is a extremely polished track and we tuned every note and you can't tell. That's where I'm like, that's lame.
I kind of find that to be.
Yeah, because you're not performing. You're trying to fake everything. To where the other, I'm like,
Can we fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to fucking make love to the
Sing it
robot
good
on the
enough.
other one. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Well,
I'm like,
dude,
that's
you
cool.
gotta. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of all that stuff. But I mean, like, we probably know this because we're all into this stuff. But like, the average person has no idea that you make a record now, dude. Everything's snapped to the grid.
Everything's
Not
tuned.
everything, but I'm talking about the polished pop
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Every instrument snapped to the grid. The guitars and stuff are tuned after the fact too.
Yep.
The vocals are tuned.
Yes.
Like, everything is perfect.
Everything is auto-tuned.
Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
But
and it's funny that people get up in arms whenever they hear like the latest Strokes record. A lot of people are like, fuck him. I'm like,
No.
You can hear the auto-tune though.
Yep.
How many records do you listen to outside of that? Like Somber? Come on. I'd throw that boy across the damn parking lot, dude. That bitch is running through auto-tune probably 1 million tracks. That's the most fakest damn bullshit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
3 things.
One, Claire says hi
Claire says hi.
to Jonathan. Not you.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Two, I did play with, I don't know if I told you, it was like a sort of biggest band.
And they did the
They
auto-tune
did
on them.
like literally, but like it was like just to tune his vocals. And
Live, right?
You
Yeah.
could barely hear it unless like he was like missing a note pretty bad and you heard it like straining to correct it.
To jump up there. Otherwise, it's subtle. It's really
it was
subtle.
weird. I've never experienced that before.
That's right. And that
there's
to
a-
me is the sin. That's a sin.
And
Yeah.
plus like the 4 other vocal backing tracks that were happening.
It's like
Fuck
it's
yeah.
like playing Mario Kart and you got that little antenna on that won't let you go off the track. You know what I mean?
Auto steer.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
Bullshit.
The third
No.
thing was that it is the we're in a new month, so I can give away 5 memberships.
do it.
Oh, 5 memberships coming your way.
Forgot. We're already in August somehow.
Shredding Finn says, when you hear a truly legendary vocalist, it hits you. People using autotune cannot do that. That I mean, like, everybody's probably had that moment where you heard somebody sing and you're like, damn, and you get the goosebumps. I mean, that's awesome when that happens, right?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, well,
autotune.
it's like Don Henley on this latest Eagles tour, man. It's raw, real. You know,
Just letting it all hang out there.
eager for action. But really, what he's actually singing is,
Dirty laundry. Are you talking about dirty laundry, Sean? Are you airing dirty laundry on the internet?
no. I'm Mr. Henley. I'm sorry. Don't sue, please. No, Mr. Henley, please. I'm just a poor lad. I'm just making a joke at your expense. I thought you could spare it.
Check that. The mayor says autotune before AI was one thing. Now anything that sounds even close to AI will become white noise very soon. Music made with plugins all about it. Sound like AI slap. I do think people are going to like violently shift to, hey, we want just like real, like raw.
I think
kind of
it's
stuff.
already happening. Yeah.
I think it like I mean, as soon as you hear like Zach Bryan records and people going crazy over that shit, you're like, oh yeah. Because I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
man,
you
some of
wanna
that
hear
stuff is
shit-
straight up bad.
Yes.
like,
You
like
wanna-
out of tune. The songs are great,
shit,
but
yeah.
they're just well. I mean, you know, I guess
But-
that's opinion.
but-
But it's like the songs are raw. I
Yes.
guess you know.
And I think what frustrates me about the Zach Bryan thing is thinking of all the artists who have kind of burned this path for him before him that don't get the credit. And it's like this motherfucker's just like, yeah, I recorded the same shitty mic out of my garage, and I fucking did. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
you're right. I was like, Jason Isbell was just getting shit-faced on a stage to 12 people for 10 years for no fucking reason. That, you know what I mean? Like, I think about all that, like all the history
You
behind
talking
it.
about Puffy Jason Isbell? When we
Oh,
say
I'm talking about fucking.
Puffy.
I'm talking about the man. Okay, I ain't
But
talking about
you seen that
Louis
video where
Vuitton
he's
this.
like, you seen that video where he's all like shit faced and they're having that show and the rest of the band is like, oh god,
It's
and he's all,
Decoration Day.
but dude, he's crushing it. It's awesome.
He's fucking badass.
Not that I'm saying anyone should be an alcoholic. I'm
But
just saying.
what we are saying is, there's always. I think whenever you see some massive pop act, there's always bands behind or artists behind that act that have totally lit the fucking way, dude, and like made it so easy so that Zach Bryan can do what he does. And I'm not knocking him at all. I like Zach Bryan, but fuck, dude, like go listen to Tyler Childers, go listen to Jason Isabel, and these guys are all still on the major side of it. Like there's still people probably behind them that you could point to and say, well, these guys.
Oh, I think so because
You
I
know?
think all those people started having some pretty mainstream music. Not mainstream,
Oh yeah,
but
all those
but
guys have
music.
had their own like come up. Yeah.
Here's a great question, right? And also, Dylan says, if only I could sing or produce music. It's fun. HHA Texas says, so how accepting of autotune and other aids creeping into the fourth farewell tours of aging rock stars? I don't dig it. Here's what I'm saying. There's aging rock stars that I'd like to see. But instead of them pretending that they're like, you know, putting on like clothes they wore when they were 20 and like, I'd rather see them strip it down, drop the key, and have this intimate like experience where like it's different, but we're not trying to pretend that it's still
Yeah.
1975. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that would be so much more authentic and cool. And you'd be like, and occasionally you see that, you know?
Yeah.
Sean's gonna hate this, but I think a great example is like Clapton when he did that acoustic tour thing. I know. But you know what I mean? Like, there's no autotune. There's no tracks.
Well, and the truth
But-
is more people, I think, like, holding on to the idea that, and I'm trying to think of, like, some good example. Well, maybe, like, AC/DC at the moment. I think it would be, and I know that's a big rock band. They're supposed to be big, loud rock and rollers. I think it's okay. And also, I think they have enough money. But
Well, you don't ever know, but maybe, hopefully.
I wish that some artists, and I think there was a time where you had your bit, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
Like we
Right.
do this. Nobody
Right.
wants
This is our
to hear
thing.
us do anything else. Me personally, I'm kind of like, I wish that artistic integrity was upheld. And I think good examples, and I think as we move forward, we're going to continue to see people take their own liberties and say, like, no, this is the kind of band that we're going to age into being. I think a great example is like Queens of the Stone Age. They're at like what we'll call probably the third run of their career or whatever. And this new song they just put out, it's very, if you go and listen to it, it's called Easy Street. You will sit back and kind of be like, what the fuck? Like, what? They can't do this. They're a hard rock band, you know, and shit like that. And they're supposed to be like, you know, wild and crazy like they were earlier on. Or more controlled and like super tight like they were in the middle. It's like, no, I like bands that evolve. And I think we're getting to a place where we're going to let bands evolve into older ages, especially after David Bowie put out Black Star. I think that is proof that your whole entire artistic career can be book-ended.
The only thing I see not wrong with that, David Bowie is such like an artist that he can have these eras of his career.
There's
You know
no
what I mean?
there's no one
like and evolve
Yeah.
and like, hey, well now I'm gonna do it, because the whole thing was sort of this crazy wild art project. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so you get a band that's, and I don't mean this super derogatory, but like one dimensional, like they are a hard rock band. I think it's trickier than it was somebody like you expect David Bowie to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
You don't
But
really expect
ACDs,
Angus Young
yeah.
to like be like, oh, now he's
Yeah.
look, it's all, but
Yeah.
even that stuff, right? Like, I'd just rather see them go out and do it and like maybe strip it down a little bit, maybe drop the keys or whatever. You know what I mean? Do what they can do,
Well,
than like
yeah.
try to pretend with AI and with auto-tune and with backing tracks. I just don't care about singing that, because half of what you're selling when you're young and loud like that is this energy, and like it's kind of like it's sex and it's drugs and it's right. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing, right? It's like it's that, and you lose that when you're. I mean, you just do when you're.
Yeah. Well, think about
8
this.
years old.
The Rolling Stones. I'm going to give you two situations.
Give it to us.
I'd buy us tickets in a stadium to go and see the Rolling Stones, and I get us decent seats, right? Like we're in that general admission area towards the pit, you know?
Right.
We can see them there, or and those tickets were $500 each, you know, something crazy. We go and see the Rolling Stones in that, or we can go see the Rolling Stones in a small, under 1,000-person club or theater, and it is way more true to the blues art form that they kind of kicked off with, where there is no big production, there aren't big lights, it's just the band on stage playing. And I think in that smaller setting, even if they are playing rocked up stuff, it's not the big firework production. It's like, oh, that's Mick Jagger, like right there. I'd pay $2,500
Isn't that cooler?
to
That's
go and
cooler,
see. I'd be
right?
like, oh my god,
That's cool. That's cooler. I think that's cooler.
yeah. And
But,
every mistake, every fuck up, yeah.
Which they're kind of doing that anyways. Andrew Kraft says, if you want to hear AC/DC in a completely different light, check out Mark Kozelex. I probably said that wrong.
Ooh.
What's Next to the Moon? It's acoustic reimaginings of a handful of AC/DC. That's cool.
Here's
I'm into
the
that.
thing. Mark Kozlik, troubled guy, right? We all know that. We don't need to get into that. But Sun Kill Moon, they had that one record, dude. He did that one record. If you haven't listened to it, it is one of my all-time favorite. Like, hey, you've got 2 hours to kill. Listen to this record. What's it called? Not Benji, but Common as Light and Love Are Red Valleys of Blood. It sounds hardcore, but it's really not. You would like his stuff, I think,
Yeah.
but it's also you wouldn't love it. Every song is 10 minutes, and it's like he opens up a journal and is basically reading out of this journal. It's got a refrain to it usually.
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
Well, I was gonna say there's none of that.
I'm fine with that, though.
You'll
know what I
never
mean?
be like, hell yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's okay, because I'm kind of a fan of like, and I'm not talking about like a jam is different, right? Like if it's a jam thing, it's 10 minutes, whatever. But it's all. I'm talking like an actual song. Dude, if you can keep attention with a song without guitar solos or anything, and it's 5 minutes, I think it's kind of awesome.
His songs do that in a storytelling way. Like,
See, that to me, that's cool.
yeah, like there's a song on there that kind of sticks out to me. There's a handful, obviously, because I really love this record, but he's got this one where he goes and stays at the Hotel Cecil, where Richard Ramirez stayed during all of that stuff, and it's just really cool. Like the picture that he paints and how like a girl died in the hotel, and like he just digs into all these details that you're like, man. And then it all builds to something, but it's more of an interpersonal revelation than it is like, oh, let me write this weird spooky mystery murder song. No, it's like really thoughtful. Maybe that's the way to say it.
I don't know who Greg was saying. Auto-tune is pitch correction, a compressor deals in dynamics. Just look them up and you'll get a better explanation. Yeah, that's super true. I don't know what the original question was, but totally different things. Fettuccine says it's sad boy shit, lovingly.
It is. It is. Like I don't listen to that shit to be like, but I mean, I'll tell you, if you're like ever in the mood, especially like wintertime comes around, dude, you're riding around. I love it's snowing. Put that fucking record on, and I'm
Nothing gets
like,
me sometimes like a sad, depressing, horrible, lonely song. There's something amazing about it, right?
Lonely.
Oh my god! Oh, it's hitting me right there. It's hitting me.
Oh.
Or you want to go real crazy? You go some George Jones. Stop loving her today, baby.
I stopped loving her.
I mean, there's just sad songs are great. Counting Crows. We're talking about. There's some talk about tribute versus cover bands.
We should get into that. I also here in a bit we will get into what we're listening to right now because I think that would be fun.
I don't listen to music.
I've been listening to Home by Jonathan Robinson.
What?
Have you?
I heard he's a plant. He's a psyop.
I wish
The
somebody would
saddest
say
psyop
Sean's
in
a
the whole world.
psyop.
I know. I wish I was doing well enough that people would be like, "Oh my god."
So then I'd be like, "Yeah, I am
well.
gonna make it." Nah, I'm gonna make it my own way, and I'm gonna like it, dude.
Yeah.
I already told JP, I was like, we ever get to the Grammys, I'm gonna hold that thing over my head on live television. I'm gonna smash that bitch. I'm gonna be like,
Then you'd
fuck you. And I'd be done. I'd never get another one.
You guys would play at the Grammys. You'd send the video to JP, but he wouldn't watch it. I didn't want to
Sorry.
hear it. Whoa,
Like,
whoa,
JP,
whoa!
we played the Grammys.
We got Scotch Fund.
Whoa, Scotch Fun. Good news, Ned's here. Yeah, no. If I ever won a Grammy, that's my plan. JP was like, you wouldn't do that. I'd be like, yeah, no. Like live television, straight down the barrel. I'd be like, I just want to say, wham!
Bam!
The revolution will not be televised. And then it cuts.
And
It'd be
it's
badass.
cut.
They'd be like,
Straight back to the Capitol, baby.
oh my God. Be
Oh.
arrested, dude. I'd be like, hell yeah, fuck y'all. Take this Grammy and shove it up your ass when you win a Grammy. Thanks, man. Thanks. You're all right, Ned. Cover bands, tribute bands. Here's the thing. In a weird way, I might have more respect for a really good tribute band if you do it correctly.
Here's my like, listen, I'm like Joe Bonamassa. I just have random thoughts sometimes. This is my thoughts for today. They could change because I've been thinking about this because I talked about this yesterday with one of my students. One of my students went to see a Tom Petty tribute at the Lincoln Theater, and he said that they were awesome. They were the opening act for a Rolling Stones tribute. But he said that it was all like these really guys who have been around the Raleigh scene for a long time.
Yeah.
They're not dressed like it at all. They got two guitar players, but they're just the songs. They got them like they all take turns singing, and they're just crushing the songs. And it's not like kind of like he said like they had like crushing the songs, but it's not like we found some dude that kind of looks like Tom Petty and put him in a wig. We didn't find some guy that looks kind of like Mike Campbell.
I'll tell you this: the only motherfucker I've ever met who plays and can do fucking Mike Campbell bit for bit, note for note is you, and you don't look like Mike Campbell. You know what I mean?
I don't.
And I'm not saying everything you play sounds like Mike Campbell. I'm saying whenever you play those songs.
I really enjoy. I like them. I have a lot of respect, and I learned a lot from that shit.
But people would be like, "Oh, well, yeah, man. I mean, you'd have to do this. You have to do that. You'd have to shave the beard." It's like, no, bitch. Like, that doesn't matter. It's like,
but so I'm
weird.
kind of into that because then it's almost like for the right bands.
Yeah.
There are bands that seem like they've entered into canon. Almost the way that like if you're a classical musician, you have like a repertoire, right? They like you go and learn, and no one says, "Oh, well, you're just a Bach cover artist." That would be crazy. You know what I mean? So there are bands that I think that people do tributes of that like their music is so big. You know, now if it's some random pop band from the 70s,
Yeah.
and you're dressed up and there's lights, it's like cool. But to me, that's more like a show, not like a band. Do you know what I mean?
And theater show.
Now, and if you're a great cover band, I kind of want to hear. I feel like that falls into two categories.
Yeah.
One is you're a party band. The songs sound just like the song, and like it's like a really loud, fun.
Sing along. Let's get rowdy. Yeah.
The other one is like you're actually great musicians. You kind of put your own spins on them, and it sounds great. And what I think is the least, and this still could be fun. I'm not shit talking to anybody that does this. The other thing is where you're all just like strumming away and it's loud and it's not really like the songs and it's,
Yeah,
they're kind of like.
it's really half-assed version. We'll say. No offense to anybody out there.
That's just garage band, right?
Yes, you should enjoy
we've all
that.
played that.
Yes.
That's the music. That's what it's for, right? Is to go have fun and you like drink beer and play
My
with your
first
friends.
band,
and, like,
we had originals, but we didn't have a singer, so we only played covers because the guy could only sing covers.
well, I still go out and play covers like that are the half-ass ones, and that's okay. But you know what I mean? Like to me, that's how it breaks down.
Yeah, and I don't think and this goes back to the whole getting mad at somebody for what they do or how they do it and stuff, and even somebody saying like, well, cover bands are basically AI bands. I'm like, that to me, no one should be beat for what they choose to do as long as it's not hurting anybody else.
Well,
and I think where AI crosses the line is it does hurt artists. So, but go ahead.
I agree with that. I was gonna say at the end of the day, I'll never like think less or talk shit to anybody for making a living or having fun or making some money
themselves,
playing music. Like if you figure out a way to do this thing, dude, and it pays you, like even if you just figure out a way to do it and it's for fun, awesome. If you figure out a way to do it and it pays your bills and you get to go play guitar or music or whatever,
and you're
dude, and you're feeling good about it.
Yes.
Now if you're miserable and you're like I hate this, then don't do it.
Change it. Yeah,
Get a
fuck that.
regular job.
What's the point then?
But yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's that. What have you been listening to? There's a bunch of Dead & Co. cover band.
Dylan Arms said, I heard a somewhat metal cover of Come Together by a band on July 4th, and it was absolutely awesome. I feel like there's really good versions of Come Together out there. Like, you got the Gary Clark Jr. one, you got Aerosmith, obviously Beatles isn't the cover, that's their song, but there's some neat, I actually, that's a cover that I enjoy playing, and I don't like it straight like metal, but I like it a little more rocking than the Beatles, and I actually do it in E instead of D.
So many of those Beatles songs, I think, lend themselves to your own interpretation of them that can be really cool. Like I do that version
like Maxwell Silver Hammer.
Yep. Bang bang Maxwell Silver. I do a version of Eleanor Rigby that I think it's bitching because it like rips, it rocks. It's not a.
I actually really like the way you do that.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Well, to me, and it's the same thing like when you do Come Together. It's songs that they have a natural vibe that it's easy to maintain. Because, I think the emotion is there. Eleanor Rigby, there's, a natural sadness and depression that I lean into easily. I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
I think the melody of that song is so good.
Oh, yeah.
And, just figuring out the melody in the guitar is so fun.
Yes.
You're like, oh, wow, this is cool. Yeah. Somebody said Come Together is for the bassist. Every drummer I know likes doing the little to varying degrees of success.
But that to me is where it's cool too. It also, I think that song leans itself to being this stompy blues rock jam well.
I do it acoustic solo, and I've turned it into a blues. But I play the riff. But that's why I play in E so I can hammer on that. Boom, 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 But anyways, I really have fun doing it that way. Talking about some skin flute players, the cover band. Warming up, that's more like a warming up the band kind of thing.
Do tribute bands have tribute groupies?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, listen, I will tell you this. Don't let this influence your opinion on what you want to do, but if you're in a legit tribute band, there's people who are that you might as well be whatever band. You're going to have these people who just think, oh yeah.
People go crazy about it. Hey. So much so that I've seen guys in tribute bands have the
you really get into their own
sunglasses indoors,
and you're like, listen, man, you you're not actually John Lennon or whoever, right.
I heard through the grapevine that Paul McCartney heard about us, and he said we're the only ones that are allowed to play these songs in his book.
Dude, I'm when you get into the ones that have crazy followings, like the Grateful Dead tribute bands and the Allman Brothers tribute bands. And some of them are amazing, right?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of music that I do think it's this canon, almost like classical music. Yeah. So it's cool. I love it. And one of, Roland that plays drums with me did this is how I heard about some of this stuff. Because, dude, they're those guys get so crazy about it. Messaging about hey, we're the best, Because then you get like, there's like a whole scene of that like down in Macon, and there's a society and they have this convention and people play and it's like who's playing with who, and well we had this guy play with us who actually played with Allman Brothers.
I was gonna say it's your
you know,
credibility slowly
and it's
going
like
up.
the hierarchy like
Well, Derek Truck sat in with us. Fuck.
and all the ones who are really great like kind of try to be above that stuff and like not care, you know,
Yeah.
but it's just funny watching it get like down in the mud, baby.
Dude. I mean, hell, you see it whenever it's even just not even tribute band shit. It's just random ass shit.
And
People
just,
get up.
just
I'm like,
local band
what
shit.
the fuck?
Me and you should start a really asinine tribute band. Like, what's the dumbest tribute band that we could do?
I really feel like sometimes. I mean, I guess it should be like a really basic ass like imagine if we did a Wallflowers tribute. You know what I mean? It's like we're gonna do an album.
That's got to exist, right? We're gonna search right now.
It has to.
I mean, in my mind,
know what I
only
mean?
one Wallflowers album exists.
That's
but,
what
you know,
I'm saying. I'm like something
Yeah.
that is so like deep cut, but also there's no big show. Like there's no bigger thing. It's like, oh yeah, they've got those couple of songs, you know. Everclear. I would do an Everclear tribute. That shit would be badass. Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters. Mark Wahlberg, Rockstar, the dueling cover bands of Steel Dragon. And then Marky Mark gets his dream, dude. But his dreams were not paved with gold. They were paved with very thin aluminum. He was so disappointed. He said, "This isn't what I wanted. Jennifer Aniston's over here sleeping in hotel rooms with different guys."
All right. I don't know if I can release this info, but I've got a very delightful context from Kevin Walsh. I'll see if I can say it. See if I can say it live.
Jonathan.
But,
God bless Ohio.
what was I looking up? If there's a Wallflowers tribute. No, Kevin Walsh, dude, that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Wallflowers tribute band. Okay, none popped up. There's a
gotta be.
Wallflowers tribute to Tom Petty. Oh, okay. No. That's just the Wallflowers doing a tribute to Tom Petty. Okay, so we could be the first.
I bet it's out there, dude.
Are you going to be Jacob Dylan? I think you have to be.
Oh, no way.
I think you look like the most like Jacob Dylan.
The same black line that was drawn on me was drawn on you.
Okay, listen. Let's
Now
talk about
draw
this. Let's talk about
me.
this.
What you got?
For years, I thought it was White Line. It's Black Line. But if you listen to it and you think about it,
Yeah.
it can sound like he's saying either one.
They did it on purpose. You know, Adam Duritz was like, "I'm gonna say white, you say black, but we've got to really enunciate it at the same time. It'll be great."
That's kind of
Black, white.
same White Line.
I swear to God, I bet if we could look at those stems, dude, I bet you one is saying white, one is saying black, and they just hit it at the same time.
No disrespect to Jacob Dylan, but when you start, it's Adam Duritz, and you start listening for it, you're like, damn, his voice is. They almost
Fucking-
mixed it on top. You know what I'm saying? Like they almost kind of did.
I mean, well, let's be honest.
all
Who's
those
got
all
the
those
better
sort of
voice?
things makes it.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's just so cool, and then as soon as you hear it, you're like, damn.
Adam Duritz has got that damn power voice, dude. It's like, wow.
What? Oh,
Three
dude.
Marlenas.
HHA Texas says the Three Marlenas is probably the best Wallflower cover band name. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I think that's true.
I think so.
God, that'd
I
be
think that's what
great.
it has to be, dude.
That'd be a great. Imagine if you had three girls doing the Wallflowers album and a trio.
The Three Marlenas.
The Three Marlenas. Oh my God!
Ladies, if you're out there and you want to do it,
It's
do
yours.
it.
You can have it. It's for
Seriously,
free.
That's badass.
Luckily, women don't listen to us.
They're like,
All right, Illis. So me, you, and Baxter, we dress in drag.
the same black line that was drawn on me.
The Three
was
Marlenas
drawn on you.
coming to you tonight. The sad thing is we probably could get booked more better venues than any of us ever have.
This was
being serious.
amazing.
You're like, man, wow.
Are you guys gonna shave your legs before the show? Nope.
We don't do that.
I can't.
We don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, what other? There's 3 Marlenas. The same like mine. 6th Street Heartache, and then
670 Heartache, and then
Sixth
there's
One
there's
Headlight.
The Difference is a great song. I mean, there's One
It's
Headlight.
really it's that album. That's what
Is
it
that I can
I've
listen
tried
to
to
that whole
listen to
album.
the other albums, and I was like, yeah.
I like that song, Josephine. Josephine, you must taste just like sugar
That's a good one.
and tangerines. That's a great song.
Why?
The motorcycle one is a great one. What's the name of that one?
I don't know.
You know which one Elijah loves? God Don't Make Lonely Girls. They tried to cover it. It didn't go that great. But they're going to get it. They're going to get it. They'll get it.
Oh shit.
Can't bat 1,000 all the time.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna be Bob Dylan's son, why the fuck did he not do like? And I know that they did the thing where, God, what's it called? It's one of my favorite records.
Ian Reedy says, well, the Wallflowers suck, so. I mean, kind of they
on,
do.
man.
They
Yeah,
kind of
that's
do.
the point,
That's
though.
the point. But it's that one album was like a moment, like wow, these are great songs.
Yeah. Leaders.
But now, what are you saying?
Closer to You.
What did they not do? Like
They. Oh no! Damn! What's that record called? It's the Lost Basement Tapes. Is that what it is? I think he helped produce that, and
you're talking about Jacob.
yeah, Jacob Dylan did. Let me double check.
The Shags tribute band. Okay, now we got to look that up.
Yeah, the Lost Basement Tapes. That is a record where they took T-Bone Burnett produced it. Took all these took a Bob Dylan journal, gave it to look. They got a list here. He hired his Coward Brothers, funny partner Elvis Costello, Marcus Mumford of Mumford and Sons, Jim James of My Morning Jacket,
Yeah.
Taylor Goldsmith of Dawes, and Rhiannon Giddens of the Carolina Chocolate Drops. That's a bad name.
I feel like she's more famous than them at this point.
That name though, I'm like, man, we gotta CCD. Come on, and perform the material which was cut. Yeah. So I thought that Old Boy was on it, but probably not because to be honest with you, I feel like Jacob Dylan. If you watch that Joe Rogan podcast he did way back when me and Johnny listened to it together, and he sounds like a cock. Sorry, Jacob. It's just the truth. I mean, you sounded like an asshole on it. And then you listen to the Adam Duritz one that happened like a week
And
later.
then we're like, nah, we love the Counting Crows even
look at
more.
this guy.
That's the thing, right? Like it's like
he's like, we were going to sign a bad deal. Oh, man. Like, he just gets into the raw details. And Jacob Dylan's like,
he seems so guarded, or like he almost seems like he doesn't have much personality in a weird way.
yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't do interviews well. You know?
well, I think he's so afraid that everybody's going to be like, well, your dad. And Joe Rogan tries to go there, and he gets all like cunty. He's like,
I think
didn't
at this
anybody
point,
tell you anything?
I think at this point you got to lean into that shit.
You got to.
You got to say. You got to say like, okay, I made this record and I didn't really let anybody know who I was, and it went great.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I had all the who's who guys from like famous rock bands playing on it.
Yeah, just a little guy named Mike Campbell doing the slide.
It's fine. I mean, but I mean, at this point, you just got to be. You talk about it like fond memories and be like, yeah, man,
just
it was
let it
awesome.
out, yeah.
And just have this like family legacy.
Nobody's gonna bite your dick off because you're.
Or you go too far and you're like, Zappa plays Zappa. You know what I mean? It could
Oh,
be Dylan
yeah,
plays
yeah.
Dylan. I mean, and that's cool though that he's carved out a thing for himself too. Cause
I love my dad.
But he is a great fucking player.
He is. He's
Weasel's
great.
amazing.
No offense.
I'm just saying like that's not. No one's looking at you and saying, "No, you had this contribution."
No.
You're just kind of doing your dad's stuff, which is fine.
Well, and that to me, and I love Dweezil Zappa. I think he's so cool, and I love that he has you can tell he cares so much about his dad's legacy and what that stuff is, like the music is, right, as a whole,
100%.
which is really cool. I wish that Jacob Dylan
Had a little bit of that.
well, just to be a little bit more human in a way to say, like, man, my dad, it's crazy. Because imagine Bob Dylan being your fucking dad. Hey, Dad, can I ask you for some advice? And he looks at you and he's like, the river runs both ways in the middle of the night. And then he walks away from you. You're like,
See, that's what I want to hear about. You know what I mean?
like how aggravating it'd be. Like, oh, Dad, I met this girl at school. He's like, son, leave. You must go now. You're 14. Leave.
How does it feel?
How does it feel? Run away.
Listen, I'm with the mayor on this. The mayor says we need to normalize new bands covering each other's songs again, not just oldies. Bob Dylan songs almost always sounded better by someone. I mean, I thought that was cool when it was like enough of a scene in the '60s that like they're like, oh, we're gonna do this song. No, I think it's cool.
I think the hard part is there used to be like huge shifts in music as a whole, where like think about grunge, right? There's this big change. Or like hair metal, there's this big change. Everybody's like, we gotta do this, you know, and everybody goes this way. Now, like JP's in a band called Weymouth, right? If our band, the Gauze, tried to cover a Weymouth song, we would fucking fail horribly because we don't play that way at all. It's a completely different
Well, it's almost
thing.
like it's all been done now, so now everybody's into their,
It's a pocket, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
their little spoke of the wheel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some truth to that, you know, I
Yeah.
think.
To where, you know, if they, vice versa, like they could probably play our songs, but also it wouldn't be the noisy mess.
We have toyed with the band we're touring with. We might play
Covering
one of
one
their
of
songs. That's a funny bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll do the whole song. We'll just
But
like,
That'd be really
start
fun.
I
playing it.
feel like via genre that is possible.
Yeah.
Like you could pull that off. Like
Yeah.
it would make sense, you know?
Yeah.
To where like us, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know whose song we could like.
I mean, I don't feel like they don't even got the setup for it. We don't have the setup for each other's shit.
Oh, nah, yeah. That's where I
That's the
say
thing,
it's
when
like-
it starts being like based on like certain effects or like
Yeah.
like a certain you know what I mean, like it does get like trickier, right?
Yeah.
Where you think about like Jimi Hendrix covering like the Beatles, or,
Oh, yeah.
or you know, even like Dwayne Allman doing the suggesting the Hey Jude for, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, like for Wilson Pickett, like okay,
Yeah.
done, we can do that.
Yeah.
You know, but when you get into like, oh, it's a
It's,
bunch of delay and it's this cool like
crazy.
atmospheric thing like that you
Yes.
do, you know what I mean, like I couldn't do that without finagling, like I'd have to be
Yeah.
ready for that, you know.
And I think maybe, and this is funny, I'm gonna dig on myself for a little bit. Maybe if the songs are good enough, like, you know what I mean? Like they're really like great, then you can do that. Because like the songs you're pointing out, at the end of the day, if you sit down with just an acoustic guitar and that song, it is that level of good. Now what's funny is, and I'm now, after I've dug on myself, I'm gonna suck my own dick now in front of all of you now. I've played all my songs acoustic for a friend of mine, and he was like, I've never heard him this way. This is so cool. And I was like, yeah, but I mean, to me, it's like, well, duh, like you just do that thing, right?
I'd like to hear that actually.
Well, and that's where I was gonna say, maybe it's like
I'd like to hear you sit down and play
Yeah.
a set of your songs acoustic.
if we could, and I would want to see like, I think like a,
Something that would work. I just immediately think back to like all those pre-show shit of like all the pop punk and metalcore bands, so they're out front like with the acoustic guitars and it just
Yes.
doesn't sound good.
Well, you can't just like do the same song on acoustic. Like it
I
can't
think-
be that.
yes.
That's shitty. You know,
One-
it's like, oh.
and I was gonna say that's what all those metalcore bands do. Like they try and do the chugs and the like.
Nah,
faux
you got to break it down,
screaming.
dude. You got to be
Yeah.
like,
It's like
what
you-
if I was James
yeah.
Taylor?
Yes. Or you never listened to Issues. We've talked about this before. I was gonna say they did a reimagined album, and I was like, holy shit! There is no like screaming or nothing. Like they took all the chugs away, all the blast beat
See,
shit.
that's cool.
And it was all stripped back. It was like R&B, and you're
That's
like,
what you want to hear. Like
Wow.
if it's that. You
oh
know,
yeah. And then
just
all of a
change.
sudden the songs
Yeah.
open up exactly like that. You're like, wow, that's cool.
Badass. Kurt Rowan says, to Jonathan's point about covering other songs, I have been struggling with copying note for note versus making it one's own. I mean, they are great solos for a reason. I think there are a handful of solos that you should do. Like, I'm talking like Sultans of Swing.
Yeah.
Now, I do Sultans of Swing. I play the two solos that are in the song, and then I just let it keep going, and I do whatever I want to do because
cut
that's
loose.
my favorite part. But then, like if you're gonna do like Hotel California, yeah, you gotta play the solo.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many other songs, dude. The solos are okay.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want. Like we've been covering, I've been covering forever. Can't Always Get What You Want because it's two chords.
Great
And
song.
then, you know what I mean?
You can
And
solo wise.
I do it different. I make it what I want it to be. It's different a little bit when I do it every time because you literally can just start the two chords and whatever groove the band falls into, it's fun.
If you have you seen that clip from where it's like the little satanic circus thing that the Rolling Stones did and they do Can't Always Get What You Want?
I don't know, probably.
It's the same one where he drew the devil thing on his chest and like he rips his shirt off. You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
weird. I don't know
Right,
where they are.
right,
It looks like a
right.
circus tent though. It's crazy. It's where they did the Your Blues thing with Clapton and yeah.
Gonna make a bad joke, but I shouldn't do it. I'm gonna leave it be. I'm gonna leave it be.
I'll eat your firstborn.
Yeah, well, yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, all of that to say, they do that song very, not similar to you, but like it has the same spirit. Like there's this, it sounds bigger, you know, than the actual, which is funny because the actual record production-wise feels big. But
Yeah, right.
it's still very like, oh, this is like one of those, it's like a ballady song.
Right.
To where you make it feel like full band, like, boom, you know, it's got like some...
I think it's
makes
just,
you wanna
yeah.
fucking hop,
I mean, it's
you
just
know?
a really fun song.
Especially with the damn organ on that shit. I'm like, that makes it, dude. That's like, oh.
Can we talk about how good the organ is and how I don't ever want to play without a B3 organ again?
Fucking organ. You know what I love about the guy, and I don't know if we should put his name out there like this, but him playing with you is that tonally speaking, he's not over there doing... Some people add in some of the goofiest shit you've ever heard.
Nah, bro, he's doing it perfect. That's just, he's such a good musician.
Yeah, well, he's like, you know what you want to hear? Organ, Rhodes, maybe a little bit of like piano, but probably Rhodes. You know, like,
He's doing. He was doing. He had a whirly. It was a whirly set. It was what it was. Wurlitzer, and it was still running through the Leslie sim, and then it was back and forth to organ,
dude,
and that was it.
that's all.
And that's all I want. I don't even think he played any actual piano. He could, but
Yeah. But also, it's like.
but for what we're doing, like those fills the space.
Yes.
So nice, and that's what we're actually on the 3 songs, right? So
Yeah.
we didn't put any real actual piano, but man, it was good. It was like, oh. But then all my songs, I'm like, oh, I just want this on all of my songs.
Once you have that space though, like filled up, because it's like this perfect bottom.
That's
They-
kind of
you're
the
like,
perfect band to me. Like for me, it's like drums, keys, bass, guitar.
Yeah. I mean, you need a harmonica player. Toot toot.
Just asking him, could you just wear a harmonica while you're playing organ and do that too?
Whoop, whoop. Just blow, man, blow. I love whenever they say that. Blow,
Ned.
man, blow.
Ned says you're my perfect bottom. Ed says, when you are at home, are you plugged in or playing more acoustic around the house? Dude, I used to always be acoustic around, like just play even electric guitar, just sitting around. But now that I can walk out, like literally not leave my house and walk into, like, I have this little music room that is my garage and it's giant. And I just walk in there and it's like, everything's there. I play plugged in a lot more, which is actually better because I do think there's something to learn, like the interaction, like the way you play, right? You play different. That's why I think there's a whole generation of people who have played mostly with modelers play different than amp guys, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why when you hear like a Jared James Nichols and it's like so dynamic and like, or like even Derek Trucks to some extent, they're so used to playing like with that, like interacting with the amp.
Yes, big, loud as fuck. Yeah.
But I have gotten into when I'm sitting on my couch now because I'm playing my electrics plugged in the garage so much. I've been sitting on the couch playing acoustic.
Yeah. You know what we're gonna get
nice.
you? Get you a damn. We need to make you like a little patch from your garage to your living room,
shit.
and you can plug into the wall.
Dude, we're
and you can
redoing
turn the amp
my
up.
old redneck because I used to sit out in my building and I'd just run the cable under the door and I'd sit on the porch in my little building and the amp would be
Loud
like
as
blowing
fuck.
up in there, but outside it was perfect.
Hell yeah,
I must have been loud the other day, dude, because my neighbor who was like,
man.
he's way across the road from me, like in a big old pasture. His house, like I can just see his house. You know, I bet his house is, God, it's probably 400 yards. God, it's probably more than that. It's a ways away, right? He's got a big pasture with cows and horses and stuff. And he's like, I heard you in there practicing. I was like, damn. But I mean, acoustics are funny, right? It could have just been just the right angle, but.
Oh yeah, I mean, it'd be fine though.
No, he loved it. He was
loved
like, man, turn it up. Turn it up. That's the great joy of living out in the country.
We were looking at some houses, and I saw a house. Our favorite, we'll quote it as Big Blue. We were looking at Big Blue yesterday, dude, and
From what I've seen, I like it. I think it's awesome.
oh, dude, it was sick. As we got out of the car, stood there for a second, and I heard this sound, this glorious sound. There was a drummer next door practicing, and I said, this is it.
This might be. That's
This
the
will
sign.
work. I was like, this will work. I was like, because I could just barely hear it. Skylar couldn't hear it. Old dude couldn't hear it. I was like, they're practicing drums over there.
Dude, how big's your yard if you were doing this one?
It's like on like a third of an acre or something like that. Which, in all honesty, like, and it's a dual fenced-in yard thing. It was really nice.
That's more than you think, you know what I
Oh
mean?
well, I don't need. I was like, man, like if nobody, I don't like doing yard work.
I mean, I love that my yard is what it is, but now that I've got grass everywhere,
Mud shit,
and it's
yeah.
like, oh, and the neighbor came and like basically, he's got this big ass like 6-foot deck mower. I mean, he's got this dude. His whole life is run like Tracos and stuff, and
he loves it.
He
Yeah.
loves it, and he got my yard like he just came. He mentioned it to me. I gave him some eggs, and Christy baked him some bread. He's like, I'm gonna come over and do your yard, and
That's the way, kids.
came over and friggin' like leveled it out. I was like, it looks like a yard now, but then I'm looking at all this grass. I'm like, God.
I mean,
But honestly,
Hey.
I'll keep that man in Mountain Dew
I
bread
was
and eggs
gonna say,
all the time.
What you need, man.
He's like, yeah, man, we're gonna do. He's talking about getting me some clay out of his pond to do my driveway, and it's already got like the moody grass stuff in it, so to grow up. And then instead of, because my yard's washing like crazy, all this crazy rain. I don't know what's going on with our weather, man, but it's like dry for like a week, 2 weeks,
and then just
and then not
pissing.
like a nice rain, like
No,
like
whoosh. Yeah.
like 2 times last month driving home.
Yeah.
It's been the rain's blowing so much I had to stop.
Oh,
I
it's like
couldn't
a
see.
monsoon.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, this is weird. It's weird.
No, it's
It's got
crazy.
some weather modification or something going on.
It's
I don't know
getting
what's happening,
nuts.
but
They keep turning on the damn weather machine.
somebody said, country living, you get to crank your amps to 11 and piss off your porch, and that is the American dream,
Honestly.
right there. Honestly.
Piss it in your backyard, dude.
Oh, a 6-foot mower, like the mower deck. I could understand what you thought I might have said, but it's basically it's basically a bush hog, like a combo. If a normal bush hog is the head and cab, the tractor and the bush hog, this is like a bush hog. You know, he's got these big ass blades there. Just cuts through anything, dirt, rocks.
Bricks.
Why is your porch so angry? Homegrown Son says, yes, I do it often on 40 acres. That's awesome.
Whew. Damn it, man. If only there were better attenuation. He said, I'm hurrying up.
It's coming. It's coming.
Normal 6-foot bush hog.
That's right, baby. You got it. You got it.
We got some hogs in here.
Hogs. Just cranking them.
Man.
Steve says, I live on 10 acres playing my Fender amp, heard the dogs barking after playing. That's great. I like it. Playing a loud amp is almost a different instrument for a modeler. It really kind of is.
Oh, yeah.
Because the amp is such a part of the equation. Now, like, I do understand, though, that like when you get the amp not in the room with you, like a recording situation where your amp's in another room, it's much more like the modeler.
Totally. Yeah.
But when you're next to the,
Yeah.
you're it's just a different beast. It just interacts differently.
Yeah.
What we were playing the other day, and I had my M80 behind me on the stand, like waist height, and it was loud, dude. I had to crank.
Oh, yeah.
It was so much fun.
What's nice though is in that situation you just turn around, a little bit of feedback starts coming. You're like, all right. And you hit a sustained note.
We jammed a lot, right? And there was one point where Baxter's behind me doing his like little, like, you know, that little the oompa thing he does. And I just hit one note, and I was playing the 335, and I found that feedback, and the note was just going to go forever, but it didn't go into feedback really. Like the note held,
Oh yeah.
and I had the face, and Baxter's like, I didn't know you could do that. I was
What
like, wow.
I love is you turn around, you do that, and you're holding the note, and that note turns into feedback.
And you get the
then
harmonic?
It goes up. Yeah, and you're like,
That's something
Whoa.
like if you never experienced that, especially with like a band is playing, that might be as close to like euphoric, like I mean.
I've been doing this thing on one of these songs, and I found a new thing that fulfills that same void, right? Because it's hard to like make that just all happen again and again and again. It's kind of just by chance, right? To some degree. I've been doing this thing where I'll hold a note on my guitar and let my guitar start to feedback, and this is at the end of this song after I do this big ass noisy solo thing. I've got that little bullet mic that I turn up, and I'm doing the feedback thing.
I saw you had
the
that,
voice,
yeah, yeah.
right? And I match the pitch, and I'm
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
and I like, you know, range up to it, and it's like fucking double noisy. I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, there's just those things where it just like opens up with the amp.
Oh,
Like I've been doing the thing where I hit the harmonic on the 12th fret, and then you have to start behind the note with the slide, and it catches the harmonic, and you slide up to it, and it goes, wah. It sounds like theremin or something. But then if you do it right, when you get there, it just like stays, and it's that big feedback note. It's, man,
That's badass.
makes me happy.
Damn
It
it.
makes me happy.
Damn it, man. Yeah. Well, we have a casino and a 330 fettuccine.
Ed says, does Sean want to have kids so he can have someone else to jam with at home?
I don't know about jam with. I mean, if they want to play, then I'm game. You know,
No, you got to make them. No.
get your ass in there. Practice.
Now when I'm trying to practice,
Dad.
Dad, let's jam. You're like, hey, shut up.
You hear this? Tick, 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 tick.
What if we had
tick,
some silence?
Tick,
Yeah.
tick.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome that he wants to play all the time. But when I'm trying to learn something,
Oh yeah, no.
it's like, you know, no offense, JP, but you know how when you're rehearsing and the drummer like is always like, you know what I mean? You're trying to talk and the drummer's like, yeah. But not all drummers.
It's almost like when the drummer leaves the snare on, and you're playing guitar for a second. You're like, shh.
Listen, this is where Elijah's OCD comes in handy because he like thinks the world will end if he leaves his snare on. Like it's gonna hurt it. You know what I mean? Or like so like hi-hat is always the clutch is always off.
He's being
Snares out.
responsible, is what he's being. That's what he's being.
It's never on. In fact, I'll go
tell
sit at
you.
his drums and go to play, and I hit the snare, and it's like pop, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it gets me every time. But
That's the way.
it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But
I am going to. I mean, I've got a ton of. I play a lot of weird instruments, and besides guitar, like I've got like a mandolin, I've got a bunch of keyboards and synthesizers and stuff like that. My thought is always set it and forget it, dude. Let it be there. If you know they want to do it, they'll do it.
that
If
has
they see
been
me doing
my
it, yeah,
strategy.
yeah,
Not strategy. It's just how I've done it. You know, and
yeah. But I mean, I think
Yeah.
some people go into it thinking like, well, I want you to do this because it meant this to me. I'm like, my kid might like.
Well,
I
I think-
fucking hated mowing the grass. My kid might be like, Dad, all I want to do is motherfucking grass.
Dad, I just need Dad, can I have this mower for Christmas? Yeah.
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 I mean, like, hell yeah, dog.
I feel like I'm gonna have to start saving up for like a legit. Like we need like zero turn. We need something legit.
That was the one thing about Big Blue, dude.
Lawn
I could
tractor,
probably
baby.
knock it out with a weed eater. I was like, man, that'd be
That's
nice.
tough on your forearms, dude. Weed eating. I've done that a bunch, but even a little push like electric mower is so much nicer than a weed eater because the weed eater, dude, you're just like, oh my god.
Well,
your
the
hands
thing
hurt.
about the weed eater is afterwards, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's go play some guitar because your hands are kind of vibrating, you know? You're like,
Fagless Cowboy says, I shot an M80 before. Not my first choice for 5.56. Wait, different thing. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Mo, get yourself a cheetah and drop a turbo in.
Whoa. We could do it. I feel like I have so many people around me with large machinery that my grass could probably just be cut. But I don't want to be that guy.
Nobody does. If
Yeah.
you do, I'm like, I question you. I'm like,
It's nice of you to come, because like I said, the neighbor loves doing it. But you want to be the guy who goes and cuts the other dude's yard, not vice versa. You know what I mean?
yes.
Plus, I kind of want a lawnmower that's cool enough that I just like ride it down the road. Just ride to my dad's on my lawnmower. Pull up.
Pull up.
Bam!
Hey, dude's on, beer in hand.
I don't know about that. Let's don't go crazy. Let's don't get crazy. Beer in hand, maybe. Can they get you for mowing with a beer? I don't know.
Nah.
Get a vintage snapper and put a small block Chevy in it. I kind of like that idea. Bush hog.
How about drinking a beer on your porch, watching your robot lawnmower?
I'd like to tell you guys some bush hog stories, but I don't think I can say them on YouTube.
At where I used to work, it was the same guy who owns the company owns the Nav, and it's like we would go on walks, and it's like probably about this big. And it's just a Roomba, and they would not like you. We would try to like see if they would. No, dude, they would eat your foot up even if you were standing there. It's kind of crazy.
Dude, I would talk junk to him. I'd be like, you gonna let somebody else go home and take care of your old lady too?
Mayor McChee says those AI lawnmowers though. I mean, listen, if there is a use for AI and can mow your yard, that's that. But you guys, what's that movie with Emilio Estevez where like all the trucks and the machines like take over?
Transformers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. And there's that one truck with the goblin face on it. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but I
Nope.
like that it's got a goblin face.
It does,
JP's
dude.
intrigued.
God, did I make this movie up? Somebody knows. Maximum Overdrive. That's it. Dude, you gotta look it up, JP. Pull it up right now. Pull it up. I feel like that's where we're headed.
Holy shit, what is this?
I told you, you're gonna love JP. This is your. I can't believe you've never seen it.
Dude, I haven't shared this. Hold on.
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. We should all watch this movie. I feel like it's gonna be one of those movies that's so horrible that it's amazing.
This is insane.
Ned says Jonathan Bush hogged the den of monies. Don't go telling my secrets, Ned. I would never. Yeah,
Stephen
dude.
King's Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Directed by Stephen King.
Yes.
Dude, we gotta watch this.
Who made who?
I just can't get over this truck, dude.
Dude, it's awesome. It's just like straight murdering people in the thing. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
JP, when we hit the fucking big time, dude.
Lord of the Nerd says Stephen King has apologized a lot for this movie. I mean,
I would assume so looking at the just the pictures.
all I know is as a child I watched it. Because what year did it come out?
Let me look. 1986.
Yeah. So
Budget of 10 million.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
listen,
lot of money in
it scarred
1986.
me. It scarred a child me. I was 5 in 1986.
Said the car's gonna.
I probably watched it a little bit later on TV, like on USA or some one of those channels, you know. But
Where they cut out all the good stuff.
is North Carolina an open carry state? It is, actually.
It's also a stand your ground state.
It is.
Don't forget.
Just so you know. No.
I'm standing there.
But yeah, no, it is an open carry state, Ed. And then if you want to conceal, you got to have the permit, which I think is the smarter way if you're going to do it, probably. But hey,
Apparently it was filmed in
Wilmington,
Wilmington. That's what someone's saying. We gotta
Badass.
check that out then, where it was filmed.
Mystery Science Casino 3000. We've said this a lot that we should watch dumb movies like this and just talk about them. But
I wonder if that movie's old enough that we could stream it and not get in trouble. Like, cause there's like what's the time period once it enters the public domain? 'Cause there's a whole thing. The original Mickey Mouse just entered the public domain.
I think it's 100 years.
damn,
We gotta.
we got a little while. We're gonna all need to be like cryogenically frozen so we can do it.
Everyone's doing all these rips of like Disney and not getting sued because the original, the sailor one? What's he's called? Something?
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah,
now in the
yeah.
public domain,
Yeah.
So you can use him for whatever.
Winnie the Pooh is in public domain.
No, that's kind of hilarious. The mayor says he needs a new pocket carry. 357 is too bulky. Listen, I'm a big fan. Well, I guess I don't know if we can talk about these things on here or not. I will say, I got a few options. We'll talk about it in the chat later, Mayor. Mini Guitar Society says, great, now I have to start a mini gun society. Hey, you could be dual, we could be members of both. I am a fan. The little Ruger Max 9 is a pretty awesome, smallish gun. That's all I'm gonna say. 6'9", I can appendix carry a full size. That's awesome. That is borderline cheating. But hey, what are you gonna do?
SW40, Smith & Wesson.
Got it, Smith & Wesson. Also a fan. I'm a little partial to Glocks. I like them. He says, it is a casino. Guns were eventually going to come into it. That's true. That's true. Death Race 2. What's other movies like Maximum Overdrive we enjoyed? This is not quite like, it's not a horror
Death
movie.
Race 2000 is badass. I like that. Go ahead.
I think I watched Bloodsport like every day when I was a kid because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. My dad loved it, so like,
Yeah.
you know,
A little bit of bonding action there.
a little bit of that, yeah. And then, dude, I used to love, yeah. I mean, just all that stuff is awesome. But
You know, like Death Race 2000, the remake, the what's it called? What is it, man? It's the one with Jason Statham. I think it's just Death Race. That one's kind of like funny and stupid because it's
Yeah.
nowhere near the
right,
same.
right, yeah.
You know, it's kind of goofy.
I think it is just the rest.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think of other stuff that's like I like a lot of those like weird, cheaply made 70s films that are like that. Sylvester Stallone's in Death Race 2000 as well.
yeah,
Which is funny because he plays like such a shitty character. What are you doing, Sly? What are you doing, Sly?
First Blood. I feel like we'll think of more. We'll think of more as it goes. We'll think of some more.
You should think of some more so that you can do more.
Oh yeah.
Gremlins 2 is peak cinema.
What am I
Little
thinking?
rock and roll demo action.
Oh yeah, that's what we need. We need suggestions of movies for me to play over, because I really had fun doing the Dune scene. Godzilla was awesome. That sounds great, Sean. Can you try those beautiful swells? There you go. I watched the recent Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage last night. How was that? Hell Comes to Frogtown. Mad Max meets the Muppets. Essentially, great fun. That's awesome. Okay, we gotta watch that. The Richard Bronson movies are awesome from back then and hilarious. Ooh, here's a good one. Lord of the Nerds says play over the Black Hole or the Beastmaster. I love Beastmaster. To be fair.
What you do on that one? Like, what do you have? What do you equip
Listen,
with?
we got some good thing. We need a boxed chicken demo. I feel like the Angry Troll, we're gonna have to have a longer talk about video.
A box of chicken. You should do. What's the one with the cows that stand up? What is that one called?
Barnyard?
Yeah.
Oh, we're absolutely doing Barnyard for the box
Oh
of
my
chicken.
God.
But we also still have to do the Pepto Pedal.
Oh yeah, we do.
I think the hot doggers got to make a thing for that, and we finally get that back to.
Well, a hot dog, dude.
I don't want to stroke myself too much. I'm pretty like looking at the light
like
is
this?
pretty damn good. I don't
It's
know.
not bad. I like it. I like it on here.
I think it looks nice.
I think it's a fun set. It's cool to change it up, you know?
It feels moodier but not darker.
Yeah. It's cool not having this thing, you know,
Yeah.
blasted.
We got all. It's crazy the comments that this thing holds for review. I Am Reedy says I have the chicken nugget pedal. It's really fun. Well, this thing, man, I didn't realize it, but it's got cluck, sustain, comp volume, clean gain, and clean volume. So like, I mean, I feel like this is gonna be awesome, sort of like chicken picking thing. Plus the crispy and extra crispy knob. Can't wait to see what that does. So that's gonna be pretty amazing.
Crispy.
Pretty amazing.
What about
fellas?
grilled? What if you wanted it grilled? It's not real.
Don't ever talk to me about grilled. No, that's cool. That's fine. You guys know that I love, I'm a chicken man. A chicken man. Todd Roy says, Jonathan, I chat about a political channel and the amount of held comments that I have to let through is crazy. I bet that is crazy, dude. I can only imagine.
All right, guys.
I didn't know.
$16,000 a week to rent an IMAX. I think we should shoot some videos.
If you guys want to chip in,
Come on, man.
we're
We
getting an
wanna make
IMAX
real
camera.
films around here.
A
A little bit of.
Listen, I wonder if I kind of want to tell them about. You think Christy will get mad at me if I tell them about Elijah's adventure the other day? When the guy lost in the woods.
Oh. I was trying to think. I was like, which one? It's like, oh
Which
yeah.
adventure?
Yeah, no, that could be fine, right?
Yeah. Monday evening, I'm driving home and I get this screenshot. It's a Facebook post. It's my child and his cousin on a trail cam. Some lady posted, these two boys came up in my yard. They were lost, didn't know where they were.
Does anybody
was
know
like,
who
oh,
they
man.
are?
So Elijah Monday and his cousin, they go off into the woods to the cow pasture because they're out at the farm with my dad. And he thinks they're out just playing. Well, they just keep walking, dude, and they get turned around and they get home and they come up in this lady's yard and they're like, hey, do you know? And they're asking about my dad. Like, do you know where so-and-so lives? And she has no idea who the kids are, like anything. She just lets them leave. So they just take back off. And as soon as they go back in the woods, they realize they're still basically in the field, like the back of the woods, you know? And then they just walk back. But it started this whole thing. Like all these people are tagging Christy in the Facebook posts. It was the whole thing. I think everyone thought we were horrible parents because, you know, our children are out gallivanting around. I thought it was pretty
lost
funny.
all the time, dude. Come on.
I did too. I used to play in those woods all the time. But and then it was pretty funny because then they like basically hitchhiked home from then, and I was like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do that. But it was all people we knew going down the road. It's just like, oh no.
It happens, man.
It happens. It happens. It was pretty funny.
Wild Bill.
It was pretty funny. Wild Bill.
Hell,
Kevin
anybody who
watches-
saw him would probably assume that he's damn 18 years
know.
old. You know what I mean?
They probably were scared for their life. What did Kevin Walsh just say? I'm bringing you a bottle of Da Bomb tomorrow for the Dare video in the future. What's the bomb?
That is the Hot Ones Final Hot Sauce. That's the one that everybody like cries on. They're like,
Really?
yeah,
I'd try it.
nuts, dude. I'll try it. I'll try anything once.
I am Reedy says, I have well over 200 pedals. I will never use them all. I should let them go, and I'm terrified I will need one as soon as I let it go. Isn't that kind of the horrible thing? I have all these pedals, and I'm like, oh, I should sell these pedals. And then I'm like, what if I need that tone? And I'm like, I think pedals lend themselves to being a pedal hoarder. But then I also feel like I should put it on a board. Like, then I have this constant thing, like, this agony. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up with, like, 10 pedal boards. Maybe not that many, but. Kevin Walsh, how many pedal boards do you have now? Because Kevin Walsh does this cool thing where he's putting, like, themed boards together.
I didn't know that.
Like, he's got, like basically like a Billy Gibbons board. He's got, like, a Mike Campbell board. He's got all these cool, like, you know, instead of it being by brand, per se, it's like, what is this guitar? Like, if I wanted to sound like Billy Gibbons, I think that's pretty badass. There's more than that, too, but...
I think it's cool.
And that keeps them, none of them are, like, huge, you know what I mean? Like, they all live in a...
Yeah.
like a thing. That would be kind of fun, like, okay, I'm going to a gig and you grab, you know, you got, like... Imagine if you had sort of, like, 5 mini boards. And then when you're going out to play, you pick which one.
You snap them together. I'd click. I can't. I'm crazy.
You'd be like, well,
Sorry.
I brought 7 boards to this gig.
Yeah, no. I'm a damn fiend.
We've
I'm
all seen
actually-
dudes do that, right? Like have the giant pedal boards and they got like 20-something pedals. But I will say though, it's there's only a handful of dudes I've known who have done stuff like that, and I thought, okay, this makes sense for them.
Look, I'm gonna grab this. I don't like. I mean, I say that, and then I definitely do like show and tell. But I'm just like, hey, why not?
Mr. Wilson says, I don't use pedals. Tone is in your fingers. All you
Tone-
need is a bit of reverb.
Tone
I mean,
is in your fingers, but pedals are fun, dude.
pedals are fun.
Like, come on.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, you should be able to get a good tone from your fingers and that is true. But I would say that if you don't have good tone in your fingers, no amount of pedals is going to make you have good tone. You know
That's
what I mean?
the key. You got to know
Like,
that
yeah.
this can't fix you. You know,
These are just like,
this is fun. This is adding.
you know, what's the old expression, makeup on a pig?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you got to have good cheekbones to put the makeup on, right? This is just the makeup.
Exactly. This is like noise.
You know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how that Castados is not sold yet, Dylan. It
I don't either.
is very good.
It's great. If
I mean, they're
anyone
very
out there
expensive, obviously.
is interested,
Yeah.
you should absolutely buy it because it is. That thing's badass.
I'm reading this. I wonder how many boards I can put together. Basically infinite. As long as you got the power and the patch cables. Do it.
You could definitely play over
Frosting
the big
on a
Lebowski.
cake. I have chorus and delay in my fingers. See, there you go.
Do 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 do.
My fingers don't have a tone too good Delphine in them. The Delphine is really good, dudes.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Good practice to do is to play something with a delay, then cut the delay off and try and play it with just your hand and do it rhythmically. If that's what you're aiming for with the delay. Obviously, you can't do like slap back delay with that.
No, I used to do, when I was learning to play things like U2 songs, like the old ones, I didn't realize that delay was a thing, and so I would try to play it like funky like that.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
It is fun. Yeah. I think it, like I said, I think it's a cool challenge to do because you can do it.
Ask your guitar heroes what pedals they use. I mean, well, you could ask Eric Johnson. He uses quite a few. If your guitar hero was like Johnny Marr or like The Edge, they'd be using a lot.
I was happy in the haze of a summer day.
I mean, I think I like as many guys who love pedals and use pedals as guys who plug straight in, because I have heroes / influences that do both, I think.
I think there's a place for both. I think it's cool
There's a place for both.
I think it's cool to do this for a bit and then to just like plug in for a bit.
Also, I think a lot of those heroes grew up in a time where like nobody batted an eye if they wanted to run a Plexi or a JTM45 like wide open, or a Twin wide open, or a, whatever giant amp they were using wide open. Like that was just cool. It was fine. It was not a thing. So unfortunately now we live in the tyranny of the overeducated sound man.
Yes.
Sorry, Tom. Not every sound man. I'm just saying, some of them.
I think there's an over-education problem in general where everybody assumes they have this greater knowledge, and then in reality, it's
there is some. I'm not saying you throw that out, because there is some knowledge that, and the older I get, the more I realize how much like you should be doing it from your guitar. Because I'll even put on pedals, dude, and then like for that song, and then control it all from my guitar so I can walk away. Like I spent so much of my stupid young like I hate to even say like career, but like playing time chained to feeling like I was chained to my board, because for every little like change I'd have to hit a pedal. And now I'm like, man, no, I want this tone, so I hit all those pedals and I can walk away because it's all my volume and my tone knob. And I wish I understood that, and I think that like Mr. Wilson is kind of like what you're getting to. You know what I mean? Like that. That is like super great knowledge from all those guitar heroes who didn't have any pedals. But my guess is some of those dudes, if those pedals would have been an option, they'd have been all over them.
I think
like Jimmy. I think Jimmy would be.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think to your point with that too is that you should. I've come to learn what makes pedals more fun is that if you do run into something odd, or you're clicking on stuff, you're not so that chain to it thing. Be willing to walk away and say, I have to make this work, and set your pedals so that is the case too. I think sometimes if you don't have enough to cut through the mix, you're not accounting for what your amp should be doing.
I do think there's the thing where like if you don't have a good tone from your amp, it is kind of like, it's a Band-Aid, but
exactly.
I also think people get tired of there's times where you're like, I want to get rid of all my pedals and amp tone, right? And then you go back around and you're like, man, somebody said Derek Trucks has been using Octafuzz. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He probably just is like, you know what?
Let's do something different.
That's the whole creative part of it, I think. But no, I'm with you, Mr. Wilson. Like you should be able to do it both ways if you want.
Yeah.
And just whatever works for you and makes you happy.
I'm happy to say, I use everything on this board. The only thing I probably don't use often enough is this Wampler delay. And it's because this mood has been awesome. I did buy a bad mood. I made a poor decision, and I bought it. So we're going to see how that goes. I know.
I kind of am excited to hear it, honestly.
I think it's going to be dope.
I think it's going to be cool.
I got to sell a couple other things to justify it, especially because of the house thing. So
Robert says, nah, if that, stack the pedals and have fun. There you go. You heard it here.
There you go. How do you make that mood work? Well, so this switch right here cuts it on. No, I'm not going to be an asshole. I'll be honest with you. Every Chase Bliss pedal, I think you should sit down with just the pedal and their little field guide that they have. If you don't have the field guide for it, like I didn't for this one, you can find online those field guides. Sit there, just play with the pedal, tweak it, do different things with it, and find what you like out of it, and you can make it work. The mini looper thing, the micro looper, stuff like that is very natural to me because of how much noise I usually make with my rig. So I'll have something that is like, a root note pad layer. Like let's say, and specifically I use that function on this song we have called Overtime. It's kind of like an open feeling thing, but it's like key of D major. So I'll kind of loop with the D thing in mind, but I won't play like D, F sharp, A. I won't play the full chord. It might just be D and A, which is going to be the 1 and the 5, right? And that'll usually fit throughout. Like I'm never playing anything
like having
that's
a pad,
gonna fuck with it.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I view it like a little synth pad underneath everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My friend Josh Mitchum loves that pedal.
You told me whenever they first came out.
He had that, and he showed me all that stuff. And he's always been, you and he would like just sit and talk. You'd love each other because I think your brains work similarly, like in a really good way. And he was showing me some wild things. Like he uses it for the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like he'll do solo gigs with that thing.
Yeah.
Like he does solo gigs with this giant board and makes all these crazy cool soundscapes, which is really fun. But Josh Mitchum, he's an awesome guitar player. He's got a band. He's in a band called Alan Price on the Modern Day. You should go listen to them. And if you go look at their Instagram, you should tell them that Jonathan and Sean and Casino told you to come look at them. But they've been out opening for Collective Soul.
Oh, that's cool.
They're crushing it, man. They're doing great.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's awesome. And I actually, old Eddie 9 Volt's playing at the Music Farm in Charleston. You ever been there, Sean?
No.
Awesome old venue. Like it's an old bus, like is it bus station,
Dude,
train station?
You know what the thing is, man? Seeing 89 Volt right now, you're going to see him in places that I think in the next year you won't be able to see him at.
Well, he's there in October 16th. And that's like my old, where, we used to go see stuff. And I kind of want to go. So maybe if you want to go.
Down to that,
I think Christy might want to go because that's nostalgic for her that being there. And I think it'd be cool. Like I'm sure Eddie would let us. The green room is up over the stage and you can like look out over it and see it. And I mean, I bet we could go hang out there.
That would be fun.
But anyways, Josh tagged me in the thing when he saw they were coming. He's like, bring Jonathan Robinson. So we might have to go hang out with Josh, hang out with those dudes.
Yes. That would be fun as hell. I'm down for that.
October 16th.
Somebody, I think it was I Am Reedy, said, are you routing left to right? This is the end of my chain right here, and I'm trying to think if I'm looking at the screen, right? So that would be, yeah. So
because you're doing what I do. You go across and then come one long run back here, so it all makes sense. Because it's a pain to
What it is funny, it's like these two are the only thing that break that cycle. Normally, I do, like you're saying, like I'll go down and then come back up. I have these two, they go down into all this, and then this goes back to the mood, and then through this.
That's cool.
So, it's fun. It's not bad. This is my most enjoyable pedal board I think I've had in a long time, because I was bigger before this, and I was like, it's too much.
Robert's asking, do you have your tuner at the end?
I do have the tuner at the end. Here's the only thing I don't like about doing my tuner at the end. I use this as a kill switch, right? Like, obviously, I use it as a tuner, too. But whenever I have so much noise going on, or I want to have, like, this really sharp moment in a set where we break, it's like, pop, you're like,
so you're not getting any trails or anything?
Nope.
So you can have trails and then still kill them with that if you want to?
Yes.
Smart.
But I do like trails and reverb and stuff like that, so I would almost want this, like, here. But I like it here so that I can get the full stop thing, because there's so much reverb delay going on.
The mayor's asking all one long line, no effects loop thing. I'll just go into the front of the amp. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's right. Yep.
I'm not much of an effects loop user. You do some on the M80 and the Baby. A little bit.
I've gotten lazy. I hadn't been using the effects loop either. But I mean, I'm running like at the most, including a tuner, 11 pedals on the Big Way Huge board. And so, and I've been running the Baby M80 and the M80 relatively clean. So it really is fine. And I've dialed way back on, you can hear it if you listen to the live stuff from that Gullies thing, like delay and reverb. Yeah. It's been pretty minimal. So, if I hit them, they're more like an effect, so I don't mind. Because, if you get the amp dirtier, then your delay settings get like way more pronounced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I don't mind it because instead of like leaving one on all the time, like I'm dry for a lot of it. So.
Yeah.
But I do like, the effects loop is awesome. If I was playing a gig where like, it was a little more wet and I was leaving some of that stuff on a lot, I'd use the effects loop. But I've gotten I don't know. I've just gotten lazy. You'd think those 2 extra cables is like not the. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You could do it, but it's like, oh god, you know what I mean? If it's a quick setup. I mean, I could have totally ran the FX loop at Gullies, and I thought about it, and then I just plugged it up and liked the tone. I was like, yeah, screw it.
I'd much rather than run an effects loop, and it's funny because it is a simpler setup. Rather than run the effects loop, I'd rather run 2 amps like I'm doing now. All this goes into the Gibson Falcon 20, and then my B switch goes out to the Roby. So I've got 2 amps, and sometimes I'll run them both at the same time. What's crazy is whenever you do that, they kind of get quieter. I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Still toying around with it.
Hot Hands says, are those the actual settings you use on the Analog Man GE7?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Redact them. Cut them out, JP.
Don't look.
No.
Yeah, if you would like to see it, I can hold it up a little bit more straight. This is actually up just a bit. Love this. This is great.
Somebody was asking, maybe Ed, what patch cables. I think I've got the flat Ernie balls too right now.
Dude, little flat balls, dude.
Flat balls do great.
Flat balls. I like the flat balls. I try and like run the same patch cables for the most part, but I got some mix and match in there. You know how it is. Do you play Roby clean or fuzz channel? Fuzz channel, dude. Always. Fuzz channel, cranked to fuck, loud as fuck. So whenever I hit that, you go, whoa, whoa, shit.
Whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
like,
whoa.
Boom.
Yeah, that makes total sense, Todd Roy, to have the effects loop for that thing. You know, I think the effects loop is awesome. It's more been a path of least resistance decision for me lately. How is it 12 o'clock already, boys?
Oh, shit.
It
Time
is,
flies when you're having fun, huh?
It has been enough fun. This has been a nice, relaxed live stream.
I might do a little members-only breakdown of my board at some point to like what we use it for in our set and stuff. Cause
I think that makes a ton of sense
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I was running the Volante and I got away from that. I was like, I love that pedal, but man, she gets aggravating.
And there's some pedals like that you love, and then you just decide they're just a lot for live. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, and then sometimes I'll feel bad, and this is dumb, but I'll feel bad. Like if I got a pedal like that I use it for like one thing and it's perfect, but there's all this other functionality and I'm not using it, I feel like I'm wasting it, which is dumb, but it's like,
And I started to use like the looping functionality of it, but it's so temperamental, and all it takes is one little mistake for it to go to shit, and then I'm like, fuck, now I gotta start over.
I loop a lot solo, right? And I feel like that's a little, I mean, it could go to shit, could go really poorly. I've been doing it a long time though. Yeah. Like it's relatively low risk.
Yeah.
Dude, you do it with the band all happening and you're not using clicks and like stuff.
When
that's ballsy to me. Like I'm just like, it makes me nervous.
The looper stacks too. So it's not like a looper pedal where I can loop a singular thing. It's like, it's gonna continue to add the layers, and it only takes like a misstep for it to be like, oh, that sounds like shit now. And you're like, fuck. So I found a way around it.
Fettuccine wants you to get some rest and come back more ornery next week.
I know. I'm like, I'm just fucking.
I'm pissed. I'm enraged.
I'm so mad.
Using a looper requires practice, otherwise you're probably gonna wreck. I mean, even just like, you remember a couple months ago when my looper went on the fritz there, and I had to borrow one, and it was like, even a looper you're not used to, it's like, damn it, because it becomes so muscle memory, right?
Well, that's where like simple functionality. Some of them don't. Get pissed off like John. Hell yeah, dude.
If you guys missed it, Ned asked earlier why my porch was so angry. It's getting pissed off. See, get it? I think that was brilliant, Ned. That was a great job. That was a great job.
It was a classic Nedism.
Mayor McChee says he had a looper for like a year, then I felt like the novelty wore off and I got tired of playing with it. Yeah, I get that, because like I used to jam with it at home, and now I'm like, the only reason I use it is to kill time and play solos on solo shows, solo acoustic shows. But yeah.
Great. I think it's great for that. It's great if you're playing with a band, like sweet little baby Dave. I got this big solo section, and he's like, man, I just wish I could like have some time with it. I was like, oh, well, you know the chords. I was like, I got a looper next door, just take that. You know?
Awesome for that.
Yeah. It was
like if you're trying to play harmony parts with, like work them out by yourself, and you know.
Because I mean, it's pain in the ass to be like, oh, I'm gonna record a track, and then record. You know, it's like.
Dude, Robert, you have a great day too. Fettuccine says, I got a looper yesterday, MXR clone. It's like taking a long look in the mirror. Sometimes that look, when you first loop yourself and then you start listening, you're like, oh my God. It's like recording yourself, right? You're like, oh.
But it's instant. It's like, oh God, what is that?
No, it's like, because it does. You like, as you're playing it, you don't notice all the little dumb things you're doing, but when you hear it, you're like, damn.
You're like, man, this is, I could relax a little bit, I guess.
Extra Screen says, I'm attracted to the looper, but I know in my soul I can only really can do one thing at a time. I mean, there is, it is a funny little thing.
It's a funny, funny game we play.
Fettuccine, don't worry. We've all been there, having the curtain pulled back.
It's
and
still,
like, oh,
we've been
God.
recording our rehearsals, and I've had to like listen
Bruh.
back to my singing, and I'll tell you this.
Brutal. Not for you,
Makes
just
me-
in general.
Oh, it makes me fucking go like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing next time, and I start working on that shit. You hear it back, and you're like, damn.
Damn it. All right, boys. Should we go and do stuff?
Yeah, let's go do it.
We can do it, I guess.
Here we
Everyone was
go.
awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. I think we talked about we are announcing the rest of the pedals here pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
Then they're going to get art worked up,
That's right.
and then it's going to be awesome. Then we're going to hit 80,000 because we're not that far away.
No, no, we're not. We're about halfway there right now.
We're not that far away. But anyways, so all that stuff. Have an awesome day. Hit like, hit subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Yeah, man. You guys are awesome.
We'll see you next time. JP's like, oh, he said,
JP like, no.